Hello my lovelies. Today we're gonna see how I did on my 2022 goals. So stay tuned. So I went back and watched my goals video from 2022. For one, it was really freaking long. Like, I had a lot of goals. Like, a lot of goals. I'm gonna try to make this video a lot shorter than that one. But I went down and I wrote down what my goals were, and well, let's just see how I did. So this is gonna be broken up into bookish goals, channel goals, Twitter goals, Instagram goals, and then my life goals. So starting out with the bookish goals. First goal was to read 120 books. I ended up reading 143. Yay, go me, I got it. My second goal was to haul less books than I read and or unhauled. And I can say overall, I'm pretty sure I did that. Mostly because I unhauled a lot of books this year because of moving and everything. Yeah, I think that's probably the only reason why. But I also, after I wrote that down and I continued listening to the video, I added that I wanted to do a tally each month of how many books I read and unhauled, and then the next book not to acquire more than that. And I didn't do that at all. I completely forgot about doing that. But overall, like I said, I think I did haul less than I read and unhauled. Okay, my next bookish goal was to complete or unhaul 12 series that I have started. And I might have done that with other books, but I actually had a list of 12 that I wanted to try to complete. And I can tell you if I've completed those or not, or completed or unhauled them. So I had Green Creek series by T.J. Klune. Yes, I completed it. The Nevermore series by Kelly Krieg. I've gotten the first 2 books, but I haven't read the 3rd book yet. The Legacy of Orisha by Tomi Adeyemi. I ended up unhauling that series. I had read the first one, but I ended up unhauling the series. The Diviners by Libba Bray, I did read. Letters to the Lost by Bridget Kimmerer, I did read. The Eldest Curses by Cassandra Clare, I have not read all of that. Or The Last Hours by Cassandra Clare. The Bromance Book Club by Lisa K. Adams. When I made my thing last year, my goals, I had only read the first one. At this point, I have read the first 4 of them, and the newest one that just came out in December, I have not read that one yet. Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard by Rick Riordan, I did read. The Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan, I did read. And Wicked by Gregory Maguire was not one that I owned, but I did read the first one, and I started the second one, and I read quite a bit of the second one and hated it and DNF'd it. And then my last bookish goal was to build a little free library and set it up outside my house. And it wasn't outside that house, but I have built a little free library just recently. That was actually a video that I did for my coffee patrons. And it's set up in front of my house. I haven't put myself on the map just yet, on the little free library map. But I do have a charter number and all of that. And I plan on like setting up more stuff for it. And yeah, I've actually gotten more things to decorate it and all of that. And it's all going to be part of that video for my coffee patrons. If you don't know, coffee patrons is a lot like Patreon patrons. Except coffee doesn't take as much as Patreon does. So that's why I decided to go with that. There's not quite as many fees. And but other than that, it still works the same. And I get to set my tiers and all of that stuff. And these guys get so many perks. Plus, there's a lot more perks than what's listed on the page, because like those things that were on there is what I initially came up with. But since then, I've like done so many extra things with them. But if you're interested in finding out more about being a coffee patron, I will link that down below. I also have a video up above where you can go and see what like all the tiers are and all that. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I did build my little free library. I have it stocked. It's super cute. It's pink. It is pink, okay? Okay, so those are all of my bookish goals. Now on to my channel goals. The first one I had was to continue posting 3 videos a week on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I've done that. Whether it be with a live show or a regular video or whatever, I have done that. Sometimes I've had a couple of extras depending on like where a live show falls. But yeah, pretty much 3 videos a week. Next was to film more travel videos, and boy did I. I traveled a lot in 2022. There's like a airplane or something flying low. It's very loud. Goal number 3 was to do videos with bookish friends, which I did do in April. End of April, beginning of May, I went and visited my friend Kaylani over in California, and we made some fun bookish videos together. And I also, in November, went and visited my friend Clint, and we also did some fun bookish videos. It was great. There were vlogs, there were games, there were videos on both of our channels. It was really fun. For my next goal, it was to start a Discord channel, a Discord for my channel. And I kinda sorta have done that. I actually have 2 Discords that I run right now. I have, and it's funny because when I set that goal, I was really, really nervous about it. And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. But I have a Discord for Season-a-thon that I run. And then I have a Discord for my coffee patrons that we buddy read and just all the stuff. My next goal was to start a Patreon. And well, I didn't start a Patreon, but I did start a coffee. And yeah, I already told you about that. Check it out down below. And then, okay, so for the past few years, this goal has haunted me. So in 2020, my goal was to hit 5K subscribers. And by the end of 2020, I had 3,710 subscribers. In 2021, my goal was to have 5,000 subscribers. And by the end, I had 4,540. And so instead of just saying by the end of 2022, I wanted to have 5,000 subscribers. No, I said I wanted to have 5.5K subscribers. And by the end of 2022, I had 4,905. So I still have not hit that 5K. I really thought it was gonna happen this year. But fingers crossed, guys. Okay, for my last channel goal, it was to hit 900,000 lifetime views. Now in 2021, at the end, I had 639.6K views. And I thought maybe I could get to the 900,000, and I didn't quite make it. At the end of 2022, I had 811.2K views. So not too bad, but definitely short. Okay, on to my Twitter goals. So I have 2 Twitter accounts that I run. I have my main account, which is completely Mel. And then I also have my Season-a-thon account for all the readathon stuff. And if you don't know, you should definitely be following us there, because it's where we discuss everything for all of the different Season-a-thon readathons. For completely Mel, I started out with 1,117 followers, and I was hoping to get to 1,250. And in the end, I had 1,107 followers. So I didn't gain any. I actually lost 10. Okay, and then Season-a-thon, I started with 700 followers, and my goal was to hit 1K, and in the end we had 773. For Instagram, my goals were, number one, to get an app. To get an app that helps me plan and schedule my posts. I did do that. Yay, I did it. Did I use it throughout the whole year? No. But I did get the app. Yeah. So, yeah. My second goal was to post at least twice a month. Because obviously I couldn't do every week. So I was like, I want to post twice a month. And I was going to use the app and all of that stuff. And I did. I got that app like right after I filmed that video. Got it. I set up things. I was doing good. And I posted at least twice a month, sometimes more. January, February, and March. Actually, I want to say I posted, I want to say twice in January, like 3 or 4 times in February, and even more times in March. And then I didn't post again until August. I posted once. In September I posted once, and that's it. So kind of failed there. Then my goal was to hit 2,600 followers. I'm not surprised that I didn't hit that goal. I started out with 2,430, and in the end I have 2,456. I did post some things like in my stories, but as far as like my actual, whatever you call it, page, timeline, whatever, I didn't post a lot. Okay, so now on to my life goals. I had a lot. And some of them are kind of funny because of what life had in store. Okay, so my first one was to work on my mental health more. And I did. I can say I did do that. Some of the things I had that I wanted to do was like therapy, medication, do things that help me relax and feel good, make time for other things other than reading. I love reading, but I wanted to make time for other things like watching TV, you know, just playing games with my husband, whatever. Balance my life with work and fun. And that was all part of the mental health thing. And I pretty much, I did all of those things. And I think my mental health is in a much better place now than it was a year ago. Yeah, I'm doing a lot better. Medication is a thing I am taking, and I think we found the right level of stuff. And I mean, yeah, I have stress and I have things that make me sad, and that's just part of life. But I'm handling things a lot better than I was before. Next was to work on my physical health. And I laugh because I failed. So I had said I wanted to be eating better, possibly do some more intermittent fasting, go to the gym, go hiking, stop drinking energy drinks, drink more water, take long walks and runs. I didn't do any of that. I think maybe I was doing a little bit better with eating, but in these past few months, it's been downhill because of moving and all of that stuff. Intermittent fasting, I don't think I even tried that again. Going to the gym, I might have gone once in this entire year. I haven't gone hiking. I really still want to do that. I've bought a bunch of stuff for hiking, for me and Xander to go hiking together and stuff. I do want to do that. But I got all that right before everything with moving and all that came up. So it's all packed up somewhere. And right now we don't have time. Stop drinking energy drinks. I don't drink them every day, but I do still drink them. Drink more water. I drink a lot of sparkling water and flavored water, but I should drink more regular water. And I think I've gone on one long walk. Well, no, I've gone on more throughout the year because it's, you know, I'm thinking about like earlier in the year I was doing pretty good. But yeah, the past few months I haven't, just because life. I also put that I wanted to stick to a set bedtime and wake up time. So I was going to go to bed at 10 p.m. on weeknights, and midnight on weekends, and wake up at 6 a.m. on weekdays and 8 a.m. on weekends. And I did stick to that for a while, but then I ended up pulling Xander out of regular school, and he's back to being homeschooled. And that set schedule was based more on him having to be at the bus stop at stupid o'clock in the morning. But now with him being homeschooled, I can get up at 8 o'clock. So my regular kind of going to sleep schedule, I think it's for the most part set, except for like on the weekends I might stay up later or whatever. But for the most part, I go to sleep around midnight and get up around 8. Okay, next was to be more mindful of how I schedule my time, and I wanted to give myself at least one day every week where I didn't do any work, whether it be working on the house or running errands or filming or any of that, no editing. One day where I could just relax, do something fun, read, hang out, whatever. And then one day each week that is no YouTube, like no filming and editing and stuff, but it's a day for running errands and working on the house, whether it be cleaning or unpacking or painting or whatever I had to do working on the house. And for at least half the year, I'd say, possibly more, I did that. And then I can't remember what, like at what point in time, I don't know. I think it was towards like October, November, that kind of got like went out the window, and I was just like, I got to get all this stuff done. And I honestly don't know if I took those days. And with all the moving and stuff, some days there was more days of the week where I was doing stuff with the house. Some days there was more days of the week when I was doing filming and editing every single day, and it just kind of went out the window, I think, with probably around the time we started all the moving, so late September, early October. Next was to finish our kitchen remodel, which for the most part we did, but hopefully I'm not gonna have to undo a lot of that. I do have to go and paint and do some work in there still, but for different reasons. And I'm really hoping I don't have to like remodel the kitchen again, because I'm hoping that people don't hate my green cabinets, because I painted them a green that I like, not expecting to be moving. The next one was to finish remodeling our enclosed patio. If you saw the vlogs back then, we took the paneling off the walls and put insulation in. I painted the walls, painted the ceiling. We got carpet and stuff for the floors, and life and Einstein. And we still have the carpet and the underlayment, but we haven't put it down. We're just gonna be like the guy that goes at the house, and we haven't put any of the trim back on. We need to do that. But at this point, it's not a matter of fixing it for us, it's a matter of fixing it to sell. The next one was to repair our back deck. We did that. We had missing boards and stuff. It's been fixed. Then I had remodeled the living room. Never did it, but I'm gonna be painting and stuff in there once we have like our estate sale and get the room emptied out and all that. Then I said unpack more boxes, because in 2021 we had to pack up our house like twice for different things, and so we were still having stuff packed in boxes. And we also had a basement full of boxes, which we've now gone through every single box that we had in that house, sorting through everything and deciding what to get rid of, what to keep, what to put in the estate sale, what's garbage. So we did unpack more boxes, but I also packed boxes and moved. Number 10 was to get rid of more stuff, which we have done and are still doing. And the last one was to have more fun. So I put a few things down that I wanted to do for having more fun. One was being travel, which I did. I traveled so much in 2022. I'm still gonna travel this year, just not quite as much, because that gets expensive. And then like the big adventure thing, I have like this little scratch off thing which is packed somewhere, and it's like top 100 bucket list things, and I'm trying to do like one of those bucket list kind of things each year at least. And the thing I was going to do for 2022 was to bungee jump, and I did do that. If you watched one of my Barcelona vlogs, which I will link up here, I did go bungee jumping. It was terrifying. it was legit terrifying, but I did it. It was fun. I'll never do it again. I would rather go skydiving again than go bungee jumping. I don't know why skydiving is not as scary, but it's not. And then I wrote down, like I actually named off a few things that I thought maybe possibly they were things that we could do throughout the year on our trips or whatever. Might have something else that I could mark off of that thing. But I don't think any of these things we actually did. So some of the things I had that I'd said were stand on a glacier. We did not stand on a glacier. We did go like on an Alaskan cruise, and we got to see a glacier. We got to get close to a glacier. We got to feel glacier water. I got to hold, we went, Marty and I did a cruise to Canada, and went to the Titanic Museum that was, I forget where exactly, but I actually got to hold a piece of glacier. But yeah, I have not stood on a glacier. Another one was sail a boat. Haven't done that. Sleep under the stars, switch off devices for 48 hours, ride a Segway, send a message in a bottle, be in 2 countries at the same time, and take a cooking class. Haven't done any of those, but maybe we'll get one done this year. But I did do the bungee jumping, so I can say that I did complete one thing off of that poster thing. Okay, so that is everything. This is like half the length of, or shorter than half the length of the original 2022 goals video. But I think overall I didn't do too bad. There were definitely some things that I completely forgot about, but there's just room to work on and room to grow. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye.